Hey friends, it's Jennifer All here with your Daily Hope. Now today's great verse is a highlight from the book of Daniel, one of my favorite moments. It's when Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego have politely resisted the orders of King Nebuchadnezzar. Now the king wants them to bow down and worship an idol, that these are men of faith who have the conviction that what they're being asked to do doesn't honor God or align with God's commands. So you know the story. They refuse to follow the king's orders and they get brought in before him and he is enraged. Just listen to their bold response to the king. They say, "King Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves before you in this matter. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve is able to deliver us from it, and he will deliver us from your majesty's hand. But even if he does not, we want you to know, your majesty, that we will not serve your gods or worship the image of gold you have set up." These are such powerful words. They are words of absolute faith, surrender, and integrity. These men, they know God. They know his power. They know his character. So they have faith that God is able to save them. And because of that, they are confident that in one way or another, they will be delivered from the king's hand. But it may not look the way they would like it to. And that's where I see surrender. They have surrendered control over the outcome of this situation. They've given that to God. God is trustworthy and good, and he's unfolding this grand story of salvation. So we can trust that his plans, his ways are better. These men truly believe that, and we can believe that. That means we can also surrender to God the outcome of the trials that we face. I say this because sometimes we feel stalled on how we're supposed to walk through a trial. We get worried, we get anxious because we don't know what God is going to do. But often we don't need to know God's part. We already know our part, and that is to walk in integrity to our faith. I love the faith of these men as they tell the king, whether God chooses to work a miracle or not, we will not bow down. Their integrity to honor God does not change based on their circumstances. It doesn't change based on things not going their way or not. They trust God enough to surrender to God his part and to walk in integrity with their part. Let's do the same, my friends. We know what God is asking us to do. Love Jesus and follow him. Be like him. Love like him. Trends come and go. Leaders will rise and fall. The market sways and rocks. But as for us, we put one foot in front of the other as we walk in the footsteps of Jesus. God will move, sometimes in big miraculous ways and sometimes in small increments that we don't see come to fruition for years. That's God's prerogative. We can put our faith in him and boldly live our days like he taught us to live. So let's wholeheartedly love God and love our neighbors today, my friends. I hope I see you soon.